Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting edition. It's another Thursday here on the Omnibus Collectors Network, Omnibroslive, once again talking all things manga. Tonight I am joined by two wonderful people. You got Yellow Mario, aka the Omnibus Collector. Willie retired for a bit. We'll see them eventually. And you got one of the coolest peeps around, Colleen, aka Colleen's Manga Rex. How are the two of you doing tonight?
Surviving out here.
I thought you just said no.
No. Okay, that's a way to start. Cool.
Not doing anything. Surviving, like I said.
That's awesome. Good for you. I am still petitioning for an Inhumans Omnibus, aka Geo, aka what's my YouTube name? Manga Geekdom. If you want to Google that. Just having fun and getting ready to talk some manga tonight. We got a bunch of news articles and some first impressions on stuff we've read. And of course, any questions from the chat are always welcome. And speaking of manga, you can get fantastic deals on great books when you visit InStockTrades.com, your official sponsor of Omnibroslive here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. You get your Omnibus, trade paperbacks, hardcover, manga, and so much more with great deals that range from 42 to 50, 60% off. It's all over the place, but that's a good thing. You got to head out to InStockTrades.com for all the amazing deals. Let's take a quick look here at the current sales, of course. And you got deals of the week, all the new releases from all the different companies. Of course, you got, in our case, since we're talking about manga, you got all the new releases of that as well, including the final volume of Dead Demons right there at 30% off. That's great. I think that's the lowest discount of all the major retailers online from what I've seen. And that's really awesome. Some of the top sellers here. And of course, if you click on the sales tab, there is that red tag sale, and they did add some new stuff in there. So you can take a quick look here at all the deals that range from, as you can see here, 70%, got 65%, 80% off on certain books. Cool stuff. That's InStockTrades.com. Also, let me remind you guys, while we're doing the sponsor plug, that next Monday, we're going to do the gift card giveaway valued at $50. Open to anybody out there in the world. You just got to show up to the stream and participate in the chat with us for that stream on Monday. In Stock Trades. If you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping. And of course, I should have mentioned this earlier, very important. If you make an order on a week-by-week basis, you get that sweet extra 2% off, the loyalty discount. So this book right here, let's say you would pick the Spawn Origins hardcover volume 12, it's 50% off. But if you already made an order, it would be 52%. That's awesome. Great deals, fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging at InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Shout out to IST. There we go. James, thank you so much for a wonderful mod. Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. H Field, how you doing? Jaime, YouTube recommended your ranking new vid series from spring 2021. It was interesting to see what's still around. Rest in peace, Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin. That was so good. And Phantom Seer. Maybe time for a comeback. I'm pissed off that we still don't have those in physical editions.
It's extremely rare for canceled titles to come back. So,
one day. Anything's possible, though.
Yeah.
You never know. So,
I think they meant you doing a ranking video.
Well, I need to get caught up on everything again, and then I can
help you out with that because I've kind of been keeping tracks mostly. We can do like a tier thingy, a tier list that we used to do on the channel, and rank all the new stuff.
I need to catch up. I fell behind and had a bunch of new stuff this month that I haven't read yet. So hopefully through the weekend I can clear that out. Some good stuff too, like new Blue Lock, new Go-Go Loser Ranger. I still haven't read that last one, Dead Dead Demons. I got your favorite series, Gio. I got Boys.
Oh my gosh, you haven't read it yet because I see the cellophane wrap.
You see nothing.
Oh boy, I am very. When you read it, can we come back to this stream and talk about Boys Abyss? Can all three of us talk about it? And
I'll have to read it.
Possibly review it, possibly dunk on it. It depends. I might dunk on it. Riley might be a little bit more serious and talk about it. But I just want to talk about Boys Abyss with somebody because it was the thing. I was telling. Did I say this last week live with my old tweet about Boys Abyss, or was that after we ended the stream, Riley? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I was extra salty when it got announced, and I was like, this is like a sex-fueled telenovela soap opera for edgelords or something like that. And then somebody, like, many months later, liked the tweet. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not know I was so salty when I wrote that. But I don't know. A lot of people are excited for it, but I think it could be a fun topic to talk about. I don't know. I will reread some of Boys Abyss if we can make that happen. Boys Abyss, LMAO, regardless, the covers are beautiful, and I do like the art in the series. It's just the actual content that was something else. You got a question from our pal Next Imaginaut. How is Go-Go Loser Ranger so far?
I mean, it's good. It's fun. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have highlighted it whenever I was saying what I had in, because I said some good books came in. So yeah, if you like subversive Power Rangers, I guess, then check it out. It's like it does more than like the Boom Studios Power Rangers comics can do as far as like subverting the tokusatsu like Sentai stuff, because it's not adhering to any particular license. But so like, you know, they can get away with all kinds of different, you know, violence and whatnot, and different concepts with the characters. Yeah, it's volume 4. Yeah, there's 4 volumes out right now, so it's not a ton to catch up on.
We're not going to do this now because you know, it'd be here forever. But this is the current list of ongoing Shonen Jump stuff that we can discuss if you catch up.
Looks like this also includes some Jump Plus because it has Dandadan and Kaiju number 8.
Yeah,
and
I was just randomly looking. I'd have to dig deeper to see if there's a more comprehensive one or more streamlined.
If we do a Shonen Jump one, we have to do like a Margaret magazine one, just so I can have some fun.
You'd have to
yeah, of course.
You have to give us some time to actually read all the Margaret titles.
You would also have to learn Japanese for most of them. So
that we're just going off vibes.
Just look at some of the pretty pictures.
Give me the titles and the first chapters. I'll try and read through them and make first impressions ranking on them.
I'll have to think of which magazine I want to do that for.
Yeah, so that's something we could do in the future. Talk about ranking stuff. I love rankings. I love the tier maker list here. So that's something I'd be down to do on the show.
One Piece would be a D because of the will of D.
I was gonna say S was for Sakamoto days.
Give
me my fun.
Hell yeah. Boys Abyss is very much edginess, or for the sake of edginess to me. Very surface level, paper thin explorations of the content it's portraying, but folks enjoy it. More power to them. I say because it's written like a Telemundo novella. That's my take on it. So I want to do a stream on it to talk about Boys Abyss and make fun of it in that regard. That's just me. I'm probably going to upset some hardcore Boys Abyss fans. They're going to dislike the videos.
God, the fans of that series are like ravenous for it.
They're really hardcore.
Before it got licensed, that was one of those. That one and Oshinoko were the two series that they were running, like, because I think they started around the same time. And the fans of both of those series were just going after every time Viz did announcements. It was just constantly like, where's this? Where's Oshinoko? And it was so funny that like Viz didn't get Oshinoko because like there was that one account that like every day they would tweet at Viz like license Oshinoko. And then, and then it was Yen Press and someone was like, Yen Press got it. And they were like, what's a Yen Press?
I mean, yeah, I saw that recently with, and this has nothing to do with manga, the Nintendo Directs when they do the Indie World stuff.
Oh my god!
Everybody starts bitching and moaning about Silk Song. Is it with the sequel that's coming out? I'm probably saying that name wrong.
For Hollow Knight?
The sequel's called Silk Song, right? For Hollow?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they're always waiting for that to get announced, and it's not going to get announced anytime soon. When it's ready, it'll show up. So just like the Boys Abyss and Oshinoko stuff, they're constantly tweeting about it, and in the live chat, I used to read that stuff for fun. Now I just turn it off because it got so toxic and annoying. I'm like, guys, when it shows up, it shows up. It's just a game. It's not. You're not gonna. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't show up in an announcement video. Like, calm down.
Those live, like the last couple Nintendo Directs that I've watched, the live chat on there is just, it's the same like comments just spammed over and over and over. And
yes,
like,
it's super fast too. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, but it was like people on there. I think the last one I saw was before the Pokemon one, and it was everyone like asking, "Where's Pokemon?" And then they did the Pokemon, and it was everyone asking for like Gen 5 remakes the whole time.
They all want Gen 5 remakes, and they're moaning about Gen 1, 2, 3 not being on the Switch Online stuff. And I tweeted about it. Nobody paid attention, of course. But, and sorry for the tangent here, guys. Game Freak, why would they release that for free? They would probably, once the 3DS shop closed, the logical thing would be for them to upload it on the eShop and make you pay for Gens 1, 2, and 3 for like, I don't know, $10, $5, whatever. Why would they just like, oh yeah, sure, Nintendo, here, take it. Upload it to the Switch Online thing for free. But no, people are ravenous about that stuff.
Silly billies.
You can all emulate it and be done with it. I don't know why people are going crazy. Anyways,
track down a cartridge of Pokemon Blue. That can't be too expensive, can it?
I think loose will set you back like $60 for it. So think of it like buying a new game, a brand new Switch game at $60. Only it came out back in '98. I hate when people only complain about licenses. They can't do everything, y'all. They wouldn't survive a single day back in the day when manga wasn't as popular. It's the internet.
I went to dinner last night with a friend of ours, of Colleen's and mine, Star. And Star is works for High Dive and Sentai. And like Star does the con stuff for them, like and other stuff. That's not their only job, but like whenever High Dive is doing panels at cons, it's Star up there like presenting and stuff. And I was talking about some of this stuff because like Star's entire life is Oshinoko right now because that's on High Dive, and like I was like, yeah, the fans of that series have been crazy, like even before. And I talked to them about like before it was licensed and how they asked for all that stuff. And we were talking about how like so many people who are like online, who are like manga, readers, collectors, and whatever, get so like uptight about licenses and like requesting licenses.
Sorry.
And they don't like anything about how that stuff works and about the fact that like there is a very solid chance that the thing you're asking for, they have already been working on getting the license. Like one of the publishers is already working on it, but because of the way that this stuff goes, it's usually the license holder in Japan that's causing the delays. Like Star was telling me about some of the anime that they have, that like the licenses literally took, like there was one in particular that they were telling me about, like the license, I think for the physical, that just took them forever, and or maybe it was for the dub, and it just took them forever to actually solidify. And the publisher who publishes the English version of that particular manga kept bothering them, like, when are you going to have that? When are you going to have that? When are you going to have that? And it was like, it took, I think they said like 2 years, maybe more than 2 years, before they finally could be like,
wow.
And that's how licensing goes, like for these companies. So when like there's a series like Oshinoko or Boys Abyss, which both were licensed like around the same time, which both started around the same time, the chances are that these companies are already working on it. So like any series that people are like crying about constantly, the chances are, if it's something that's currently ongoing, that was a recent one, the chances are one or more publishers is already trying to work that out and get that license.
So the key word here is for people to be patient,
but
which is non-existent on social media.
Yeah, that they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna keep that patience.
Cleveland Brown, Riley, I hope you have a Waluigi beanie.
I'm not playing Waluigi. I have
sorry, folks. We're gonna do a little tangent here on some cool cosplay ideas.
This is my Wario cosplay. These are my overalls for Wario. I'm not playing Waluigi. I have someone else is supposed to be my Waluigi. I'm not tall enough. I have to be Wario because I'm short and I'm stout, and I needed someone else to be my Waluigi.
That sounds very wholesome, by the way, the way you just said it. I need somebody else to be my Waluigi. Okay, let's see. Let's pull some random topics here. Actually, not so random. I put it in the description of the video. I got some digital solicits from, who was it? Azuki. Friend of the show. They licensed 150 manga titles. Jesus. And they're gonna spam us with announcements over the course of the next couple of months. They're gonna do announcements on these things. The first 6 are here. Let me share the screen. Let's go to our pals over at Anime News Network, because unfortunately I tried getting the press release, but I could not find a way to subscribe to their thingy for the email announcements. So we're going to use this for now. The manga service will announce new titles every month. This time we got 6 here, including, which is pretty cool. I am a fan of this series in particular. Somari and the Guardian of the Forest is going to be available on the app digitally. If you guys don't know, this is from Yako Gureishi. In a world populated by a diverse range of tribes, humans have been persecuted nearly to extinction. One day, a forest guardian known as a golem crosses paths with an abandoned human girl. This is the story of the bond between the two, blah, 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 blah. The manga is amazing. The anime is amazing as well. I highly recommend reading or watching this series. Really enjoyed it. Wonderful art and great. Sorry, my bad. Great series overall. Any of you read these? Read this series?
I've not.
I haven't read that one, but I've read the second one.
The second one is a side character's love story from Akane Tamura. Growing up, Nobuko Tanaka was always a side character, standing off in the corner. Now in her 20s, she's fallen in love for the first time. While she isn't any good at being assertive, she will muster her courage bit by bit as she tries her best to close the distance between herself and her crush, because even side characters fall in love. If you're tired of the same old romantic protagonist, this modest, refreshing love story is for you. What is? I mean, I just read the description, but tell us a little bit more about that one.
It's just a really cute little like slice of life series about this shy girl who's trying to be a little more assertive with her feelings, and the guy's really cute too. He's kind of shy in his own way. I will say, it's when they say modest, they literally they mean it. It is the most like. I could say kindergarten romance at times.
Okay. So it's like super extra sugary vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, like, it takes a while for them to even, like, hold hands. And while people seem to think, like, holding hands taking a long time is a staple in, like, romance series, this one just takes it a little too far.
It's a whole tournament arc.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's really cute though. It is just it takes a while for literally anything. So you just have to be patient with it.
Nice.
I thought that the name of the author sounded familiar, and maybe it's just because I know another Akane or something, but or maybe I know another Akane and a Tamura. But I looked them up and they only have one other series. And
the other one's pretty good too.
The Tasoga Rememorandum.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a episodic slice of life.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, that's the first review, says episodic collection of scenarios.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the artwork. You can tell, like, this one, same as another series that's anime is currently airing. You can tell that it's like seinen art, and I could see that when I first saw the picture earlier today. I was like, that looks like something that would be from the same creator, Skip and Loafer.
I was gonna say this one is actually, well, no, Skip and Loafer would be a good comparison, but this one's also pretty similar to Sweat and Soap in a lot of ways, just without the without the sexy stuff.
Right. It's more wholesome, more
yeah.
innocent.
The same main character, I would say. They're very similar in a lot of ways.
There you go. Another series debuting on Azuki is, and I probably butcher this name, Wakako Zake, from Chie Shinkyu. Sorry, Chie. Wakako Murasaki, 26, lives to eat, don't we all? She was born with a taste for alcohol and good food. So every night she searches for a good place to enjoy her meals alone. Perhaps she will sit next to you tonight. No, thank you. That would be creepy. These popular shorts featuring the solo heavy drinker have been successfully turned into an anime and a drama. This series has been published in Japan since 2015 under the title Wakako Zake. That description freaked me out. I had not read it before. So the thought of, like, maybe she'll sit next to you tonight, I'm like, no, because that would be super creepy. There's nobody here. Okay.
That makes her sound like she's a spirit or something. Yes. Haunts restaurants and sits next to lonely patrons.
That would be a cool spin-off idea. You're onto something.
Let's do it. That'll be the first official Omnibros webtoon.
Yes. Hell yeah. So yeah, this one's pretty famous. I like a good modern food manga. I appreciate that.
Her eyes, she looks like a spirit. Like her eyes all being all wide and Sanpaku-y.
Another one debuting on the app will be A Love Story Between My Boss and I, from Nana Meguri. The new employee, Takanashi, could not believe his ears when his mentor, Tokunaga, confessed that he was gay. Since then, Takanashi has awkwardly struggled to adapt to a company that doesn't seem to mind Tokunaga's sexuality. But once Takanashi got to know his mentor better, He couldn't take his eyes off him anymore. Is this feeling love? So a love story between my boss and I will be debuting soonish on Azuki. I've never heard of the story nor the author, so I do apologize. No idea.
How dare you?
Sorry. Fake fan. Fake manga.
I will say it's semi-unusual to actually have a character be outright gay in a BL, because usually they don't know if they are right away. So that's a nice little...
Okay. So it's a nice deviation.
Yeah. At least in the ones that I've read.
I was gonna say, which BLs are you reading? Because I feel like the ones that I've read, they're like either just flat out, they're like, yeah, these characters are gay, or like they don't say it, but it's there. Like, what was the one that I read? Monotone Blue. That one never states it, so it almost feels like they're just friends, but then they kind of like are a little closer than friends.
Yeah. I just feel like it's... I would say in general, I feel like it's not stated as much, like what character sexualities are. It just kind of happens. They're just like, it's romance, and we don't have to say anything, which is fine. But
in Richard Fight Island, I don't think they ever say that they're gay. It's just
Richard.
Yeah.
Cleveland Brown is asking, is the boss slightly older though? I think so.
Age gap.
Oh, your boss is older than you.
Is it a terrible 2-year age gap that people are gonna cry about forever?
Or like the one we talked about last week, where it was like a 12-year difference.
Oh my god, yeah. While we were talking about that, I was sending that to the Discord that Colleen and our friends are in.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that, and it's a light novel. It's not a manga. It's a light novel series. So I because I don't know. I'd never seen it, and I guess that's why, because it's a light novel, not a manga. But yeah, freaking 12 years, and they're like playing it off like the dude was 15.
Yeah,
he's 15. She's 27. And they're playing it off like, oopsies, she lied about her age.
No one would ever know.
No, jail.
I could definitely pass off as a 15-year-old. Just give me my old high school uniform. No one would know I'm almost 30.
Me too. I probably could pass off as a 14-year-old.
No, I don't think I would pass. Maybe the height, but not the voice or anything. So
I've had about the same beard since I was 16, aside from just the white. So if this was all dark, if I dyed my beard dark, I would look the same as I did back then.
Nice.
Plus 20 pounds or so, but it is.
Oh, that's doable. Nothing too out of reach.
Yeah, I just gotta do a couple of push-ups and that'll just disappear.
Speaking of disappearance, here's another one. Natalie and the Mysterious Takumi. A pure love comedy between a French otaku girl and a mysterious ikemen. When she was still in France, Natalie went through a heartbreak that made her want to end her life. Surprisingly, the ray of hope that saved her from despair was anime and manga. Now determined to live her life to the fullest, Natalie travels to Japan to become closer to her 2D love, but meets a handsome and mysterious man. This is by Yumika Suru. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one before.
I've known people named Natalie before.
Same. I know Ikemen is beautiful boy, right?
Basically, yeah.
Because there's Bishouju and okay, gotcha. Don't ask me how I know these things, but I do.
He's hot. That's all you need to know.
Exactly. He's got a hoodie on, so mysterious bad boy vibes going on. Okay. And the last one here is Arc by Pubo. After a massive earthquake, 5 ancient ruins containing the miracle mineral Arcdite appeared. Is this another blessing of civilization or a sleeping apocalypse? Arc is a full-colored comic with a beautiful art style and thrilling plot. That's not the best description for your book, because you could say that about anything. If you want to hype up any release, regardless of what it is, beautiful art and thrilling plot. But yeah, Arc is coming out as well on the Azuki app.
Pubo.
Pubo. I've never heard of this person. Let's see. So yeah, over 150 titles. So these are just 6 that were revealed, and I guess they're going to keep announcing more. I don't know if it's going to be weekly or monthly, but we'll mention them more in due time.
It's gonna be like Wonderful Wednesdays.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like Digital Tuesdays or something.
Yeah, please, Azuki, help us out. Because 7C stopped doing that for the moment, and I'm annoyed because I like
That
I like the whole reveal.
the I don't know if that's the Samurai or the Guardian, but the one with the metal mask, it looks like what's his name from Soul Calibur.
I was gonna say it looks like the guy from Overwatch, Zenyatta.
Zenyatta, yeah. But this one's pretty wholesome. The golem, I like the idea that it's reverse, and that humans are the ones that are near extinct in that world. They're hunted down, which is great. And the little girl is extremely adorable, and she forms this fatherly daughter relationship with the golem creature. And spoilers. Slight spoilers, because you learn early on the golem, he's at the end of his lifespan, so he's wearing down and falling apart. So he is going on this one last mission to get this girl to safety, because there's a rumor that there are other humans around in some weird tiny or secret settlement. So it's like one road trip adventure between the two as he's trying to do that. But he's not going to tell her that he's breaking down, and because she sees him as his father figure. So it's a lot of fun and really fantastical, and a lot of it has a very whimsical nature to it. That's what I wanted to say.
I'm getting
I do recommend it.
The picture of there. I just shared it in private chat.
Oh, Voldo. No, he was so scary looking.
But that specific, because like I looked in most of Voldo's like.
Oh, Voldo, gotcha.
He doesn't have a mask on for most of his costumes. He has like leather straps or like spikes coming out of his eyes. Yeah,
he crawls on the ground in the games, and it always terrified me.
Yeah,
he like could turn himself into a wheel. I love doing that.
He like gets on his hands and feet, but then like does a crab walk.
Yeah, like backwards crab walk. And he had that one move where he would like pelvic thrust at you.
Yeah.
That bad guy was just constantly horny.
Yeah, he dressed up in like the S&M clothes and everything. There's this. I'm looking at a picture of him with like spikes coming out of his nipples right now. It's wild. This character was freaking wild, man. I was playing that game when I was like 12 or something. I saw like this and like what's her name? Ivy. Or no, was that her name? What was the one with the segmented sword? And
I used to play her. She was my favorite.
Ivy, right? Yeah.
Ivy Rose or something like that.
I'm gonna look up the Soul Calibur characters.
Ivy Valentine. I think that was the first game that I ever played that like had, you know, the jiggle physics to it. Every character, every single one, I was like, what is this? It was an awakening.
Damn, nice. Ivy is hot though. Oh wait, I don't think I played her actually. I played one that had like hula hoops.
Oh, she was in the third Soul Calibur. She first got inserted there. But you see this Ivy with Hold on.
I think it was Talim.
Yeah.
I think that was my character that I would always play.
I
like that one.
Look at this Ivy, like that costume that she's wearing. Like she looks like she'd be in fucking Rose of Versailles.
Maybe that's what
Uh,
it's for. Maybe it's like a. Fuck,
Is it
why am I
This one?
blanking? Think Oscar. Maybe it's an Oscar reference.
Yeah, she's the daughter of Cervantes in the games. Spoilers for an old game.
Oh, Cervantes had there was one move that one of my friends, like, he was good with every character, and Cervantes had a move where he would like launch himself at you, and he would like, my friend would like beat your ass. He'd like kill you, and then you have like a couple seconds before, or like 1 second before it cuts, like after you defeat someone, and at the last second he would use that launch and like jump off the platform. He's like, Cervantes away. I have like vivid memories of him doing that over and over.
So here's the full cast of Soul Calibur characters.
God, they've added so many freaking characters.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's 6, 7, or 8 games in the series.
I haven't played
the spin-offs.
I recognize Nightmare and
Siegfried,
Siegfried.
not Roy though. He's not there.
I don't remember a lot of their names. I know what's his name? Yoshimitsu is in this one, right? And yeah, like Yoshimitsu is in here, and he's also in the Tekken games. And I was always like, wait, what? Like, why is Yoshimitsu in both? And it wasn't like, Heihachi, where Heihachi was a crossover type character, like Link and Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
And then later they had Darth Vader and Yoda, I think.
Yeah, that was in like 4.
4, had the Star Wars characters. The Yoda was on Xbox, and Vader was on PlayStation, and both shared the other character from The Force Unleashed. What was his name? Star Killer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. And then there was also a crossover with Ezio for Assassin's Creed. He showed up along with somebody else I'm forgetting, another PlayStation game. And Lloyd Irving also showed up from Tales, I think.
Huh.
Hold on, let me check. Calibur. Yes, characters. So Soul Calibur 6 had oh no, wait, my bad. Not 6. Was it 6? Homie from what's his name from The Witcher.
Henry Cavill.
Yes, he was on there.
They got Superman.
Yes. So he was on there with Dante from Devil May Cry. I don't know. Soul Calibur was weird. I think it needs to come back. I would like a reboot.
It was a weird game.
This character is the one I thought you were talking about, Colleen, that I just sent. Tira.
I'm so confused on like all the characters. I don't know. I played like any of the girls.
There's a lot of girl characters.
I was one of those people that like if there was a girl character, I would play it. If there was like a cute character, I would play it, which is very funny considering I was so like anti-cute things as a kid. But like when it came to games, I was like, no, everything must be cute. I must always play the girl. They are for me and me alone.
I don't remember which character I used. I remember I used Link, obviously, because I got Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube. And I used to play as the one character that was Greek-themed, like Olympian. I can't remember her name, with the shield and sword.
Sophitia?
Yeah, her. Yeah, she was pretty cool. Ivy, because I like the whip sword. Settle down, pervs out there. Cervantes was fun. I don't know. It was solid. I think I would love a remake of that. But
Played that since the 3rd game. It's been forever.
What's the name of the guy in Witcher? I don't follow Witcher. I'm not a fan of that.
Geralt or whatever.
Geralt.
Yeah, that guy.
Geralt.
There we go. Rio de Janeiro. Why not?
Geralt.
So going back to manga topics before we go into Omni Gamers Live, I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted to highlight it because why the hell not? The series, where's the link? Boys Over Flowers entered the Guinness World Records, which I thought was pretty cool. Boys Over Flowers earns Guinness World Record for most published shoujo manga. Over 59 million copies printed, circulated as of November 2022. Shueisha announced on Thursday that Guinness World Records has officially certified Yoko Kamio's Boys Over Flowers with, that's the exact number right here, 59,409,000 copies printed and circulated as of November.
Insane.
That is a lot of boys and flowers. That's awesome.
That's a lot of boys over those flowers.
Over those flowers, yeah. So, what do you think of that?
I think there should be another shoujo to beat it soon. I think we need another shoujo that gets 5 to 6 drama adaptations and an anime. I still haven't read it. I need to.
I once had it queued up to read and forgot. And I learned about the live action stuff, and that looked interesting, but I just kept forgetting. So I'm a fake fan.
I've heard that one of the adaptations is considered by a lot of people to be better than the manga.
I heard that too.
I think it's probably either the K-drama or the J-drama, because those are like super famous. I don't know how much people like the K-drama though.
The manga was adapted into Japanese anime, a 1995 Japanese live-action film, and a more well-known 2005 J-drama, the later of which spawned a sequel and a hit film. Taiwan also remade the manga into a live-action university drama titled Meteor Garden. Sounds cooler to me. Crunchyroll streamed the Korean live-action adaptation 2015. Whatever. Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Filipino adaptation, a Chinese adaptation.
Now we just need a friggin' American adaptation and a South American telenovela adaptation too.
I'm really surprised there hasn't been an American one, honestly. This seems like it would be straight up like a CW alley. Yeah.
The manga also inspired a stage musical adaptation which ran in Japan in 2016. The all-female Takarazuka I'm not going to pronounce his name, sorry. In 2019, and it also has, of course, anime and the sequel. Manga debuted in Japan, Shonen Jump Plus website. So that's cool. Hopefully, more manga starts showing up on Guinness World Records.
Oh, Gio, there's a comment in the chat that I think would be a good thing to talk about. It was about Loving Yamada, the anime. From H Field.
Hate Boys Over Flowers. Let's go. With a fiery, burning passion. But I gotta respect the history. I never even finished the K-drama because the main leads were pissing me off, and looking back on it all, the boys were god-awful, needed to be roasted on a spit for real. I don't know anything about it, but what happened to elicit such a reaction, H Field? CW only does B-tier DC shows now. That's true.
I think
and
they
Riverdale.
do some like D-tier DC shows.
I remember watching what was it? Arrow and Flash when they debuted it. I only lasted a season for each show and I gave up. Like, no, not for me. I'm out.
It's funny because they had Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, which is one of my favorite shows ever.
That was from a couple years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the advertising for it.
It was a great show.
What was the...
Wait, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I just now realized this was the comment. I'm like, What
You're okay.
happened to
I
the?
was like, I don't know if you want me to like tell you, just read it myself.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Correct me, because I thought we were talking about this, and I
Oh
was
no
like,
no no.
"What
You're okay.
happened? What are we going to discuss?" I mean,
See,
he clearly does
I
not
thought
want.
you were gonna go back and like look at the ones now and then go back. So I was like, oh, just wait.
Speaking of loving Yamada, question for Colleen: when a manga comes from an app like Ganma, do you even refer to it as having a demographic? I've just been calling Yamada a rom com, and that's it.
So the reason I wanted to talk about this one is because it is kind of interesting. The apps from, like the manga apps from Japan and all that. Because while I think it would probably be better to just call Yamada a rom-com, it is technically a shoujo. Because if you look on any of the like seller like websites, they have it under categories like for girls, for boys, and since it is a web series, you can only go off of what it's categorized as on these like seller sites. So it wouldn't be wrong to call Yamada a shoujo because it is, and I saw the author's bio from the original site that it's published on, and they said they're a big fan of shoujo. So I would just assume that it's shoujo, just mostly from that and the fact that it's under a for girls category. But something like Ice Guy and Cool Female Colleague, which was the anime that came out last season, a lot of people called it a josei, but technically you wouldn't really know whether it was a josei or not because it's still just considered to be a for girls category. So it's just kind of like based on vibes if you call it a josei. And then there's like other ones, but the Play It Cool guys, I was trying to find if there was a demographic for that one because a lot of people do call it shoujo, but I think it would probably better just to call it like a slice of life series because I couldn't find it under any category. And then same with this other one that's coming out soon called Mr. Villain's Day Off, which is categorized as a shoujo on like Baka updates, but they don't have it categorized anywhere else. So
why aren't they labeled? What's the reasoning behind not having a specific label for it? In the case of like Ice Colleague, and the girl and all that.
Yeah, I don't really know, honestly. I think these app like websites don't really care to put them, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, because they do get sold on other sites under categories, but like from the sites that they come from, they don't really have the categories. So you can really only go off of what the other sites that sell them have them under.
What was that one? What's the one site that before like it came up in the conversation about Romantic Killer, where it was like that one site does label it as shoujo, and that's like,
Renta. It has it as shonen on Renta, and Renta is in partnership with companies most likely. So the companies will tell them what to put it under. It probably like it's like an 80% chance that they are telling them what to put it under because they have to license it twice to rent it and also to have it on their website.
Right. And it was like, wasn't it one of your friends who works in the industry who told you like that's the one to look at?
They're a translator, so they use the Japanese Renta a lot, and that's where I got that information from.
Okay. Yamada is interesting to me because you could tell me it was a shoujo, josei, or seinen, and I would have believed you. LOL.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, when people say, "Oh, demographics are like going away," I don't think it has anything to do with the magazines. I don't think it has anything to do with like Jump Plus, because a lot of people think Jump Plus is like getting rid of demographics, and I'm like, okay. Like, I don't think so.
No, I don't. Yeah.
They always go to Jump Plus, and I just find that strange because, like, if anything, they're just blurring the line between like age demographics,
Right.
But I don't think anything else. But if you were to say demographics are going away, I would mostly just look at these apps like Ganma, because they don't care about that. They're just publishing series and putting it under like genres.
Yeah.
I would say those are the only ones. And because those are like getting really popular right now, that's where we would see the biggest blur of everything. Because like for Yamada, if you look at the manga, it doesn't entirely follow like traditional shoujo storytelling in a way, but it still has that same feeling. But it's less strict because they don't have like some big magazine editor over them saying, no, you have to do it this way because this is like what our magazine does. Like they can do whatever they want. They're on a web app. They're on their own. I'm sure they have someone telling them, but
do they have a website, Ganma, or is it a mobile thing?
I can't remember if Ganma has a website. I can try and look it up real quick.
Yeah. So I wanted to show off some images for anybody watching later.
Oops, wrong one. But yeah, I mean that's the extent of my knowledge on that stuff. Just kind of like scrolling around.
And Loving Yamada is the one that has an anime airing right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been watching the show, but I haven't read the original.
Yeah, the manga's really good.
I thought the question was going to be about the age gap, and that was why you wanted to go back.
No. Okay, so Ganma might be an app. Man, I always forget how I get to these websites. Oh, wait, I use AniList. That's what it is. Because AniList always has the websites listed.
Oh, that's true. Good point. I can do that also, but you're probably faster than me, so go for it.
I already have it up.
Like a boss. Nice.
And there it is. Okay. Literally, every time I try to find Ganma, I always forget how I do it. Because it doesn't show up on Google, and then I have to remember, oh yeah, it was on AniList.
Let me share the screen here. There we go. So this is how the store is supposed to look, right? Or the website, sorry.
Yes. So this is the original website. And then when you look at, I think it's Comic Walker, which is the other website that it's sold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I could be wrong, actually. It has it listed as 4girls. There's like other like manga sellers that are online. It's hard to say because I don't use these.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they sell it on other places that have it listed, and that's how you can kind of tell what it is.
Cool. If anybody's wondering, I can't talk about the manga, but the show's pretty cool. You can check it out on Crunchyroll.
I think the manga is licensed in English. There was a digital seller, a digital publisher. I don't remember who it was, though.
You're probably correct.
Riley, do you remember who licensed Yamada?
Oh, was it recent?
It was like not maybe like beginning of this year, end of last year.
I don't remember.
Mangamo.
Oh, okay.
Mangamo,
I don't know
however you pronounce it.
Anything about them, but
I got you. Let me. Here it is. Found it. You can download it on the App Store. Blah blah blah. Nope. Whoop.
Surprising that it doesn't have a physical announcement.
What is it? Mangamo or Mangamo?
I don't know.
Manga manga is a
maybe
manga.
It's manga mo because it's like manga mobile.
Oh, manga mo.
Manga progress.
$5 a month. You gain access to over 400 titles legally. There are no hidden fees or log content. You get everything for one price. You can read stuff like Man with 1,000 Skills, Loving Yamada at level 999, or Double Cheat. And I guess this thing, Record of Ragnarok, too. So there you go. A legal option to read that stuff. I remember that app. I downloaded it thinking it was free. And then I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't feel like paying right now. But speaking of series, let me switch on over to this little topic here on the docket. Shonen Jump has a new title. It's called Kill Blue. And it's from the same guy that did Kuroko Basketball, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't remember the name of the creator, but yeah.
Let me look for it real quick.
They also, I think...
Adatoshi Fujimaki.
Yeah, they also did a series, I believe, called like Robot Laser Beam.
Robot Laser Beam, Vanguard of Archer, Kill Aoharu, Kitsune Hiyori no Konjiro, and something else.
But
so
Robot Laser Beam was like a lacrosse manga or something like that.
Most of this is just sports. Yeah. From what I'm seeing here, dude's got a fascination for basketball, archery, lacrosse. So yeah, he's into sports. Good for him. But however, Kill Blue is very different from those series. The description from Viz is very abstract, or not abstract. Sorry, very simple. It says a graduate from the School of Hard Knocks, Hitman Ogami faces his greatest challenge yet: middle school. It really doesn't tell you anything about this series, but I read the first chapter for you guys. It released this week, and I'm going to discreetly share some of the pages for Kill Blue. Do not, I repeat, do not tell Viz Media what I'm about to do, please. Like, they don't even know I exist, but do not tell them, you know? Let me share my screen here. Here we go. We're going to go to my account here and share some of the pages. So this is the final page. Sorry, spoilers. My bad. There we go. So you follow that guy right there, tough-looking mob boss, and he is like super badass. I think like Sakamoto days, but he's not fat and lazy running a store these days. Instead, he's still working on the field. He is, I believe, divorced and doesn't have much to go on. He's just going through the motions of being a hitman / mob dude, and or not a hitman mob, more like a hitman. Sorry. And on a particular mission, some mysterious bees or wasps appear, and they're related to some governmental experimental thingamajig, and of course they escape. So this is like Spider-Man, but not as cool. And the wasp stings him on his neck, and instead of giving him wasp-like powers, he gets tiny again, and now he is in middle school age, which would be what, like 14?
Somewhere around
13, 14, whatever. So now he's a teen, and the leader of his group organization wants him to scout middle schools in Japan so that he can enlist or enroll his daughter in said school. So now the dude is a kid again, and he's going back to school. And before, he never learned anything because he was on the streets all the time. Now that he's in school, however, things are different. He is, which surprised me. That was actually one of the things I liked most about this. He actually likes school because he's learning about these things for the first time, and you would think, oh, he's going to hate it, but he's actually a fan. He's super into the history lessons and math and all that stuff, and he's very good at the lectures and homeworks and taking all the classes and all that stuff. He's a good student, but he's secretly a hitman, and he's very good with firearms and fighting and all that stuff. However, he's just stuck in the body of a kid. So it's like Spider-Man meets Case Closed with Sakamoto Days and the author from Kuroko Basketball. There you go. That's my best first impressions on Kill Blue. So let me show you a little bit of the art.
Sucks we lost a hot old man though.
Yeah, now he's this guy over here with the gun.
No silver fox for you there.
Nope.
Let me just admire his beauty for a little longer.
Let's see over here. You can see him in action. The fights are pretty clean, nice to look at. It's not too busy. I like the art and character designs. I think they're fine, perfectly serviceable.
Perfectly cromulent.
Yeah. Where's the bee or the wasp? He's in the balcony and he gets stung by the wasp. There we go. Not to be confused with the one from Marvel. So that turns him into a middle school kid. But he still retains his knowledge, obviously, of being an adult. And he's back in school and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, very much the whole case closed thing.
Did he have a wife and a kid?
He is, yes, recently divorced. And he has a kid.
Divorced, okay.
But he has a kid.
There's a couple things that I'm like a little worried about with this one, but
here's the wife, Eri Wanibuchi, Ogami's ex-wife. She is the head of the science department at the Assassins Syndicate.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like she's a science teacher at the school that he goes to now.
That would have been cooler and wackier. So yeah, he goes to school, and I guess crazy shenanigans will ensue with slice of life elements on school grounds. But as I was mentioning, this particular scene, he says he's learning about positive and negative numbers in math and all that stuff, and instead of being like, "Oh, this sucks, I don't get any of this," he's actually excited and is happy to learn in school, which I thought was different for a manga character.
This is the Board of Education propaganda
approved manga. Yeah.
they paid Shonen Jump to release a manga where a kid loves school.
Yeah. So that's Kill Blue. That's one of the series that's out right now. It only has one chapter. I will be completely honest with you. If this lasts more than a year, I will be shocked. This is the type of series that might get canceled sooner than people might expect. I don't know. Just a hunch, just a feeling. The other series that debuted, since we're talking about that, is Tenmaku Cinema. Here's the art for it, which I thought was pretty interesting. And this one is crazier than Kill Blue. In this one, we follow this character right here. Hajime Shinichi's life gets a plot twist when he is possessed by the spirit of a deceased screenwriter. The ghost is a movie screenwriter from 1993. He passed away unexpectedly while he was working on a super awesome movie script. And now in 2023, Shinichi is a super hardcore otaku for all things cinema. He's like one of those cinema bros on Twitter, and people find him a little bit weird because of that, but he's like super into it, whatever. And he's a good kid. He's a good student. Until one day he's at the theater. Let me share the first chapter here. He's watching a movie, and all of a sudden, the ghost shows up and possesses his arm, so that the kid will now write that final script that he was meaning to write before he died, and present it to a famous Japanese movie director that was supposed to work on that film, so that it can get made, and potentially our ghost character here can pass on to the afterlife. So that's sort of the basis for the story, and what follows is a school comedy slice of life with weird characters. You can see some of the art here. Yeah. So the characters, one of the plot twists for the first chapter is that there is a female character. She's a young starlet, super beautiful movie actress or whatever, and she's in school. And when the ghost sees her, he gets inspired to write like the perfect movie for her to film, like the once in a lifetime thing. And so now she's, or they give them the script, and now she's going to somehow be involved and in the production of this movie, etc., etc. So that's sort of it. A little bit more complex, quote unquote, compared to Kill Blue. Not as simple, but I dig it. I like the whole supernatural aspect, and I think it has a weird potential to be a fun series. So yeah, there you go. This came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It has 2 chapters available right now to check out.
Oh,
Here's
wow.
the character that I was talking about, the young movie actress. So yeah, I don't know. Any of these 2 interest you guys to read? Tenmaku Cinema and Kill Blue?
This one sounds more my speed. I probably won't end up reading it just because I always never end up reading anything that sounds interesting to me. But
I do like the ghost character. He's super funny to me, and his interactions with the kid, because he died in the 90s, so he has no idea about modern technology, and he wants to watch movies. Obviously, he can't touch the physical things, so the character just lends him his iPad, and they're watching movies on Netflix, I guess. I don't know, streaming movies, and he's just obsessed with the tablet. He's like, why are younger kids now so into tiny devices when you could watch the movies on the big screen? Which, it's a sort of a commentary on today's cinema viewing experience. They do mention real movie directors, though, so I appreciated that.
that's fun. I think I would read this one if it came out in physical. This might be one that I would just get in physicals, because I don't really read anything on the Jump app. I try to keep up with Chainsaw Man, but people kept spoiling everything for me, so I kind of give up.
Yeah, I only use my iPad for the Shonen Jump stuff. I don't collect Shonen Jump physically, but I read it on my iPad. So there you go. What about you, Riley? Would this be something you would check out?
Ultimately, I'd like to go back to reading all of the weekly Jump titles. So
Let's do it. Let's read at least one of each of the new ones, and we can do the tier ranking.
I'm looking at the list right now of everything that's in there, and it's funny because like when I made those videos that were mentioned earlier, it was like I did the 12 newest titles because those 12 were the ones that had not yet been released in English. I think Chainsaw Man was like about to come out, and then but now looking at it, we don't have Me and Roboco physical in English, but then we do have Burn the Witch, Sakamoto Days, Elusive Samurai. We don't have Witch Watch, but we have Blue Box, Akane Banashi, and then the rest of them are Ruri Dragon, Cypher Academy, Ichinose Family, Fabricant 100, and then the 2 that you just talked about. So like I'd probably at the very least want to talk about those last ones, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6 newest ones, since they're the ones that are not physical yet in English.
Oh, and I forgot to mention something. Tenmaku Cinema is written by Yuto Tsukuda. Forgot to mention that, which is important because a lot of people know him from Food Wars. It doesn't have any fan servicey stuff, by the way. None at all in that first chapter.
Dang it.
Yeah, there's no boob ass jokes or visual stuff. Don't worry about it. For all ages.
I'm reading like the titles of everything, and Witch Watch, like the romanization of the katakana is Witchy-Watchy.
Honestly, they should just rename it like that and sell it for English audiences.
I wonder supposed to be a play on Wishy Washy. Like it's Witch Watch, Wishy Washy.
Maybe, yeah. Is that still going, or did that end?
It's still going.
Still going? I need to pick up. I only read like 10 or 20 chapters.
Yeah, I read the first chunk, and I thought I really liked it. I just fell off of everything, and have been trying to catch up with all my physical stuff.
You know what ended? The one I talked about on the show, the Gunka, whatever.
The only, like, one of the few Shonen Jump series I was actually, like, really invested in, and I already knew that it wasn't going to do well because it was so fucking rushed.
Oh my gosh, I was disappointed. Even though it's rushed, I dug it. I liked it a lot.
It was fun. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really care. I didn't really care about the plot because it was fun.
I know
and,
recently.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So I know that PP also ended recently too.
That also ended, yes.
PPP.
PPPPPPPPPP.
PPP. You can just call it PPP.
Yeah, and there was another one that I liked. What was it? Tokyo Bright Story, something like that, with the Oni girl and the dude. I liked it because of the yokai lore and Ayakashi and Yude and all that stuff. It's not the best thing in the world, but for that, I give it a pass. It's in my wheelhouse. That one I dug, but I was surprised it lasted for a while before it got canned. Also, I got a freebie here before we end the show.
Freebie.
The hour. We have the March adult graphic novel sales list.
Oh boy, it's guessing time. Let's go.
Is this the one that Spy Family is number 1 on?
I don't know. I'm not gonna reveal that.
Riley, you're ruining the fun.
Yeah, let me see. Let me zoom in.
All right, let's first guess which Chainsaw Man is not going to be on there.
If this is, I might have already seen this, so I'm not going to be involved.
So it's just me.
I looked at it earlier, but I can tell you safely, I do not remember at all what I read because I was busy setting up other stuff for the stream.
All right, which Chainsaw Mans do you think aren't on here?
I don't think 6 or 7 are going to be on here.
I was gonna say 6 as well, and I'll go with 8 just to switch it up.
Okay, number 20, Beowulf.
Yes, I have seen this list. I've seen this list.
Keep your mouth shut.
I looked that book up because I didn't know what it was. It's Beowulf, but as a kid's book with a young girl as the lead.
By Zach Wiener-Smith. It's a funky name. Last name.
Never got made fun of when he was younger.
No. I'm so sorry for Zach. Number 19, Spy Family Volume 3. 18, Chainsaw Man Volume 3. Number 17, Chainsaw Man Volume 4. Number 16, Tombs, Junji Ito Story Collection. That's a surprise. Number 15, Blue Lock Volume 1. No doubt because the anime ended and people are going to buy the manga. Number 14, Spy Family Volume 2. At number 13, Chainsaw Man Volume 2. Number 12, Blue Lock Volume 5, which is where around the anime ended its first season, Volume 5, Volume 6. Number 11, Volume 17 of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Number 10, My Hero Academia Volume 1. Number 9, Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 13 hardcover. Cool. Number 8. Oh, sorry. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin hardcover. So the one North American comic book here.
And Beowulf.
And second one. Sorry. Spy Family Volume 1 at number 7. Number 6, Chainsaw Man Volume 1. Number 5, Demon Slayer, Volume 1. Number 4, Solo Leveling, Volume 6. Number 3, My Hero Academia, Volume 33. Number 2, Jujutsu Kaisen, Volume 19. What do you think volume or number 1 will be? That's the best-selling book in...
Riley already spoiled it. I'm going to say Spy Family Volume 9.
Spy Family Volume 9. How in the world did you know?
Ruin my fun.
Damn it.
When I saw this, I was like, what? Okay, because all of those books, like all of the manga and Solo Leveling, all of those are except for Berserk and Junji Ito. All of those are the stuff that you find at Target and Walmart. Like those are the things that like they buy in bulk. And so I understood why all of these were on those lists. But I was like, who's buying so much TMNT Last Ronin that it wound up that high on the list? Like, what retailer bought that many copies of TMNT Last Ronin? Nothing against Last Ronin. It's a lot of fun. It's a good book. But like, it came out. I think the hardcover came out last summer.
Yeah.
So why almost a year later is it topping the charts? Like, what? I know that they announced like a game that's based on it.
Mm-hmm.
They have a sequel, I think, coming out, or a prequel.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm guessing there's a retailer somewhere that's like maybe
buy the Last Ronin. Buy it now. All the copies.
Maybe if this has like distributor stuff in there, and I don't know how this is. That was my big question, because like Tombs I think is on there because of I would guess Kinokuniya, because they had a variant cover, and I think that they probably ordered a lot of copies of Tombs. Like single-handedly, they're probably going to be the big reason. I don't know who ordered a ton of Berserk. I know that like in the direct market, like I know that In Stock Trades always sells a lot of those. I know that those online stores sell a lot of Berserk. I know that there's generally a decent amount of copies of Berserk at Barnes and Noble, but like I cannot think of who is buying so many copies of TMNT Last Ronin.
I mean, there's a Turtles fever happening, because you had the Netflix series, the 2 video game collections came out last year.
Yep.
Last Ronin came out in collected editions, and there's a crazy resurgence. Also, we have the upcoming movie for this year.
They're looking at this one as the best tie-in book release, because the ongoing series is like 100+ issues right now.
Yeah.
And so this is easier to just be like, oh, you don't need anything else to enjoy The Last Ronin except for The Last Ronin. So just pick it up and enjoy it.
Yep. So there you go. The best-selling books from March 2023. Shout out to Chainsaw Man, which did not have Volume 6 or 7, like we stated. Only had 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I think we're at the end of the Chainsaw Man until next season.
Oh yeah. I'm excited that I was able to get the pre-order for the box set at $60 at the Bezos website. And immediately after, they raised up the price again to like $90. I'm like, woohoo, let's go. And everybody was complaining about the preliminary artwork, and then they upgraded the thing, and now everybody's happy again. I'm like, guys, make up your mind. Are you upset about this or not?
It's the internet. They don't know.
They don't know crap.
They don't know.
We don't know either. But what I do know is that all the books that we talked about, specifically those top 20, most of them you can get by visiting our sponsor's website, that is instocktrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. You get your omnibus, straight paperbacks, manga, hardcovers, box sets, and so much more, with great deals that range from 42 to 50, 60% off at times. Got to check out the website. Deals every week. If you make an order of $50 or more, you get free shipping in the US. And if you make an order on a week-by-week basis, you get that sweet loyalty discount that adds an extra 2% to your order. Fantastic customer service, wonderful packaging. That's InStockTrades.com, the official sponsor of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. Also, let me remind you once again, one final time, next Monday we're going to do the gift card giveaway, so you got to tune in if you want to participate. Open to anybody around the world. Got to show up and participate in the chat for a shot at a $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. Hey, there we go.
I feel like we could do like eye pose.
I'll do the S.
But like, how do you make your whole body into an S? That's the like it's the JJK thing.
Yeah.
I'll just do
And then
this.
someone else just T-pose.
That was I was reading this quality assurance in another world.
Hey, I totally forgot. Sorry. We never did any hauls, so we can close out the show with hauls. Go ahead.
I just mentioned this book, and then I'm gonna ask Colleen about something.
What did I do?
Nothing. You didn't do anything. But in this one they mentioned T-posing because it's so quality assurance in another world. It does have an anime coming out next year, I believe. I looked it up. But like the big red-haired dude is a debugger in the game. Like it's a video game, and he's literally, it shows you in like the first chapter or so, he's a kid sitting in a VR chair playing the game, and he's like, yeah, I'm a debugger. I'm hired to like get rid of any of the shit that's in the game. And one of the characters, one of the NPCs winds up kind of like becoming self-aware and like aware of who he is, like when he gets in there. And so they kind of join each other on this quest, and there's a point in there, I'm looking for it, I don't know if I'm going to find it, where like the characters are like T-posing, and he says something about like, oh, the game's screwed up right now, they're in their default T-pose. There's a pretty good first volume. I don't know, I'm not going to find it, but there's a rather like explicit looking monster that he has to fight, and then
is that an eyeball?
No, it's like a dragon, but it has like a skin that pulls back off of its head. So yeah,
gross.
A D-ragon.
A D-ragon.
Dragon those nuts.
These nuts. Yeah, there's some good artwork in it. It's pretty cool. Sorry. The first volume. I'm gonna keep.
I've tickled Geo.
Okay, so the thing I was gonna ask Colleen about is I see your stack of Sacrificial Princess next to you. I didn't know if you wanted to mention the anime that just came out.
Watch it.
I saw the episode.
I only put them here just to be like, hey, anime's out, 15
I
volumes.
And really enjoyed it.
There's my girl Sarifi.
Let me highlight you. There we go.
It's my girl Sarifi. You haven't met like any of those characters yet.
No.
There's my man.
Yeah. How old are the two characters supposed to be?
I think it's like, I think Sarifi is 15, 16. Okay. So like the typical, kind of shoujo or shonen age.
Yeah.
And then they never really say Leonhardt's name, but I think in a side panel they said in human years he would be 21. But like they had to specify human years, so I'm like, I don't care. Like he's literally a monster. Like
the reason I asked was because of the voice actors, and it's so young, which confused me for a bit. But whatever, I suspend my disbelief. They're in good terms with each other, and they care about each other. That's all that matters, I guess.
Yeah, when it comes to fantasy series, I don't like it. It's so easy to not think about the ages unless they're like always telling you, in which case I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. But for the most part, I'm just like, I don't see a uniform. I do not have to like put myself as that as a high school girl. Like I can just be like That's a teenager. That's it. They could be 18,
straight
they
up.
could be 19.
Exactly. Especially because it's a fantasy world,
Yeah.
alternate reality, whatever. But I saw that first episode, really enjoyed it. I love the voice acting and the music and the characters. I'm like, let's go. I'm in. I canceled, or not canceled, wait, what's the proper term? I dropped a few shows in exchange for that, and I'm not disappointed.
Good.
I got rid of my one-hit kill sister. That was garbage. Terrace Goddesses, whatever, which is quintessential quintuplets, but older and hornier. I mean, the central plot is similar to that of a Hallmark movie, where the character, the main guy, he inherits his dead grandma's cafe, and when he goes in, he finds out that 5 girls are living in there, and now the crazy rom-com fan servicey stuff happens, and they're going to end up rebuilding the cafe together. I'm like, I don't care. There was another one. What was it? Dead Mount Gameplay something. It's from the same writer that did Dudadada. I like it, but I got like too much crap to watch, so something had to give. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Maybe some other time I'll watch it. So I picked up Sacrificial Princess thing.
I thank you for it.
I only hauled one book, and it's this one over here from a good friend of mine, Satoshi Mizukami. I got Sengoku Yoko, Volume 1. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to read off the description because I can't for the life of me remember what this is about. I haven't read it yet. The world is divided into 2 factions, humans and monsters called Katawara. Despite being a Katawara, Tama loves humans and vows to protect them from evil, even if it means fighting her own kind. Her stepbrother Jinka, however, hates humans, despite mostly being one. The siblings are joined by a cowardly swordsman named Shinsuke, who wants to learn how to become strong. When the group uncovers a plot to experiment on humans and transform them into monsters, they vow to defeat whoever is behind it, even if it means battling an entire army of warriors. So here's the art. I'm a huge fan of the mangaka because of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer and Spirit Circle. Spirit Circle being one of my favorite sci-fi manga that I've read. So I wanted to pick up all his available material. So I was really excited when Tokyo Pop got this title. Hopefully it's not canceled because it's going to be like at least 10, 12 volumes or something like that.
17 total volumes.
17. There you go. Right around that number. Cool fights. And I just really like his character designs a whole lot. They're fun to look at. He also did, there's a mecha, a weird anime that he did. Planet Within, I think it was called. It's an anime only that he worked on. That's also really good.
Oh, you know what? I'll also show off. I put him in the back just to have him there, but...
Ooh, nice.
Sexy Vash.
Oh, yeah.
So our friend Adele lost her password to her Twitter account, and I thought it would be funny if I drew a picture of Ash and tagged her old account and was like, "Aw, too bad Adele's not here to see." And then I didn't realize that she had another account that she started using, so I was like, "Damn it!"
But didn't she also lose her new account?
She lost the Vash Baby Girl one too.
Oh, I don't.
Worse when you lose both. Damn. Here's a look at the spine. All you spine freaks out there. There you go. All white. Yeah. So there you go. H-Field came back and answered about Boys Over Flower. I missed that. To answer Gia's Boys Over Flower question, at least in the Korean drama version, the main lead is very verbally and emotionally abusive and has violent tendencies. Oh no. Treats the what does FL mean?
Female lead.
Female lead. Oh, gotcha. I thought it was Florida. I'm like, what? Florida? Like shit for real. Gotcha. And the friend group is just as annoying. One of them is supposed to be the good guy, second male lead, but as far as I'm concerned, he hangs out with them, so he ain't shit by association. There you go. Gotcha. Thank you. Anything else you guys want to add to the show before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, by the looks of it. So thank you to the chat. As always, you guys are great. Really do appreciate the questions and, of course, you guys hanging out. If you're watching this at a later time, let us know what you thought of the episode, if you thought of the topics. If you read the 2 Shonen Jump stuff, manga titles, let us know in the comment section as well. Remember to like this video and share it with a friend. Share it with your grandma. If she wants to watch the YouTubes, like, here, Grandma, watch these 3 nerds talk about manga. You don't know what the hell they're talking about, but you'll be entertained for an hour and a half. That's good enough. Then you can go out and, like, cook and do laundry, and I'm going off on tangents, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to fill that need in, I don't know where I'm going with this, to fill that need while you're working on something else in your house. We can be your background radio voices. So there you go. And if you happen to really like manga shows, then of course subscribe. We do this every Thursday. We'll be back on Monday for hauls, previews, reads, all that fun stuff. And then on Monday with another comic book episode. And then next week we'll be back with a manga themed show. Gio, do you know what time Jess is going to be on? I'm sorry, dude. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that show is. Sorry. Wish I could answer, but I don't know. Colleen, where can people find you on the internet when you're not here with us?
You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Colleen's Manga Rex, or on Twitter at manga_nostalgic. I am about to celebrate my 1-year anniversary for posting on YouTube next week, and hopefully, if everything goes well and I don't have another horrible filming day like I did today, I will have a retrospective on my Decline of Shoujo Anime video out the same day 1 year later as when I put it out the first time. So that's my plug.
Nice. Yellow Mario, when you're not tormenting regular Mario, what are you up to on YouTube?
Wow, Wario's the best.
Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Wario's gonna win. I'm a number 1. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at the Omnibus Collector, Twitter at Omni Collector. I will have tomorrow. I'm just gonna say right now that I will have it up tomorrow. My March manga haul video. It's filmed. I just need to edit it. But I've been so like kind of lazy and in a fog the past few days that even though I filmed it like Saturday, I just haven't done the editing.
You'll make it happen. I believe.
And then my next video that I want to do is going to be hopefully the first in a series where I'm going to talk about my picks for the top like 10 ongoing manga from each publisher. Excuse me. And I'm going to start with Yen Press since Yen has been so kind to me in sending me books and stuff. So I want to talk about like my picks for my 10 favorite of their ongoing ones. But as I was like putting my list together, I started realizing how many like popular Yen Press titles I haven't read. And I was like, started to feel bad, but I'm like, you know what, whatever. The whole point of doing these is so like I can hopefully turn people on to things that they hadn't read yet. So
there you go. Nice.
It's better than just being like, because I'm like, I think I only read the first 6 volumes of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. So I like that's something that everyone knows. Everyone knows that one. Everyone knows, you know, Black Butler is super popular. I haven't read Black Butler. So Kakegurui is really popular. I haven't read that one yet.
When you get to Drawn Quarterly, mention Gegege no Kitaro, and I'll be happy.
I don't think I can do like I would probably do like a top 10 from like indie publishers or something.
Or indie, yeah. Sneak it in there. Maybe it's an honorable mention.
But I'm only doing ongoing stuff, so Gege is not.
Damn it. Okay, well, forget about that plan.
I tried to get him to say Sacrificial Princess, and I didn't realize he was only doing ongoing.
Yeah. But I do have at least one shoujo in my top 10 from Yen. So
okay, cool.
I just sent you another one because I realized we didn't put it yet. So
I saw that, and I don't know that series.
it's great. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about that later.
Gio, where can they find you on the internet?
Y'all can find me on the Manga Geekdom, where I talk about all the manga that I'm reading and all the anime that I'm watching. I'm working on a video right now that it's a little bit complicated because it's 3 videos in one. I'm mixing 3 totally different things and mashing them together into another style of video that I've never done before. So I'm super excited about that. Will it be out tomorrow? Probably not, but hopefully soon. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it if you do so. All that fun stuff. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you, everybody. Once again, thank you to our sponsor. Thank you to all the people watching. Stay safe out there. God bless. Got you on the next stream. Remember to like the video and share it with your grandmother and tell them about manga and all that fun stuff. Bye.
Hi, Grandma.